Botswana, a landlocked country in southern Africa, is often seen as one of Africa's greatest success stories. Despite starting as one of the poorest nations at independence in 1966, Botswana has since grown into an upper-middle-income country with one of the highest GDPs per capita on the continent. So, how did Botswana achieve this remarkable transformation, and what drives its economy today? In this video, we'll dive into Botswana's economic journey, explore its key industries, and discuss the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Economic growth background. Let's start with Botswana's economic growth story. Since independence, Botswana has maintained an impressive average annual GDP growth rate of 5 to 6% over several decades. This growth has transformed it from one of the poorest countries to one of the most prosperous in Africa. A significant part of this success comes from Botswana's diamond industry. But it wasn't just about having valuable resources, it was how Botswana managed those resources. The government has consistently demonstrated strong fiscal management and transparent governance, creating a stable investment climate and carefully saving diamond revenues for long-term growth. Botswana's leadership used this wealth to reinvest in infrastructure, healthcare, and education, laying a solid foundation for economic development. This focus on development, combined with a low level of corruption, has made Botswana a standout on the continent. Key industries in Botswana. Mining is Botswana's largest industry and a primary contributor to the economy. The country is one of the world's leading producers of diamonds by value, primarily through the Botswana Partnership, a joint venture between the government of Botswana and the global diamond giant De Beers. Diamond mining alone accounts for around 30 to 35% of Botswana's GDP, with diamond exports making up over 70% of export earnings. But diamonds aren't the only mineral wealth here. Botswana also has deposits of copper, nickel, coal, and gold, although these are much smaller contributors to the economy. Recently, coal mining has attracted attention as Botswana aims to expand its role in the energy sector. Tourism industry. The second major contributor to Botswana's economy is tourism. Botswana is known for its breathtaking natural beauty, especially the Okavango Delta, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Other popular destinations include Chobe National Park, famous for its large elephant population, and the Kalahari Desert. Tourism is a major employer and is vital for local communities. Ecotourism is particularly popular, and Botswana has become a high-end travel destination with a focus on conservation. Tourism directly contributes about 4 to 5% to the GDP, but has an even larger indirect impact through associated industries. Agriculture industry. Agriculture, although small, is still an important sector in Botswana, especially for employment. Cattle farming is the dominant agricultural activity, and Botswana exports beef to neighboring countries and even to the European Union. However, due to limited rainfall and arable land, agriculture contributes only about 2% to GDP. Climate conditions have historically posed challenges to agricultural development, but efforts are ongoing to improve productivity through better practices and water management. Financial services industry. Financial sector in Botswana is relatively well developed and supports the country's economic activities. The Botswana Stock Exchange is one of the largest in southern Africa, and the government has promoted banking, insurance, and other financial services as part of its diversification strategy. Manufacturing and energy. Manufacturing is still a small part of Botswana's economy, contributing around 5 to 6% of GDP. It includes food and beverage production, textiles, and diamond cutting and polishing. To encourage growth in manufacturing, the government has created special economic zones. Energy is also a growing sector, especially with Botswana's coal reserves. The government is aiming to use these resources to produce electricity for both domestic use and export to neighboring countries, reducing reliance on imported power. Challenges and future outlook. Despite these achievements, Botswana faces challenges. The heavy reliance on diamonds makes the economy vulnerable to fluctuations in global diamond demand. And with diamond reserves expected to eventually decline, diversification remains a critical focus for Botswana. The country also faces environmental challenges, especially with recurrent droughts that affect water resources and agriculture. Climate change poses a risk to both agriculture and the environment that supports ecotourism. To build a more resilient economy, Botswana is investing in education and technology, with a goal to become a regional leader in finance and ICT. By continuing to attract investment in these sectors and expanding its role in energy production, Botswana hopes to diversify its revenue streams. Conclusion: Botswana's economic story is one of resilience and forward thinking. From diamonds to ecotourism, this small country has proven that a well-managed economy can transform lives. With diversification efforts and a commitment to innovation, Botswana is paving the way toward a more sustainable and prosperous future. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from around the globe.